Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Angta and Febry. I'm with my friend Freddy Maulana. We'll review about 3 short film that title is The Translator, and then Alternative Map, and the last one is Mother. So don't talk too much. Let's jump to our first review film. Okay, our first review film is named The Translator. So, The Translator is the short movie that directed and then written and produced by Graham Burrell. And then this film was actors by Tyler Henny as a Ben, and then Valeria Rezis as a Rachel, and then Liz Silas as Claire. So, the plot of this movie is a story about 2 college students, that is Rachel and Ben, who have face-to-face conversation, and then Rachel is falling in love with Ben, but Ben is interested to another French girl named Claire. So Ben asks Rachel to be his translator because Ben cannot speak French. In the end, Rachel accepted jealously, so she pranked Ben and Claire by mistranslated their conversation. So let's go to the plus and minus from this film. So I write down 3 plus point, and then I write down 3 minus point from this film. So the first plus point from this film is Graham Burrell as a director of this film has a good way to grow this film to become a funny and then interesting, because the genre of this film is romance, comedy, and school. That's related to the all of colleges. And then the second plus point from this film is the plot is simple and uncomplicated because the plot is simple, so everybody can enjoy this film without thinking too much and then thinking about the plot. And then for the last point, the third point of the plus point is there are a plot twist in the end of this film. The plot twist is when the Claire said that she understand about the English. That's about that. And then let's jump to the minus point of this film. So the minus point of this film is the expression from the actress is overreaction, especially when Ben show his attractive face to Rachel. That's quite overreact. And then when Claire showed her attractive by saying brr. You know, saying brr is an old style of attractive movie, so it doesn't relate to this modern style. And then the second minus point is the effect, especially the likes effect when Ben show his attractive face, and then when Claire show her attractive, the like effects are quite overpowered, so the light is blocked the face of from the bare face, because it's kinda it's kind of disturbing. And then the last one is the way from the actor, the way they bring the character is unnatural, especially when are very slow, knowing that she got pranked by Rachel. For the real life, when someone got pranked by his friend, they know it really fast, not that takes a long time. After I say the plus and minus and then the plot of this movie, let's go to the last review. That's the conclusion. So the conclusion from this film is good, but not worth that, not that special, because the actor, the way actor bring the character is overreact, and then it's some kind of disturbing point. But the director, Graham Burrell, bring this idea and then this concept is very good, especially he bring the romance and then the school and comedy genre, and the three of that genre is quite popular, and then so much people love it. And then that's all for me. Let's go to our second review that will be bring by Febry Maulana.
Okay, I will review the second video, Alternative Match. Perhaps one of the smartest and most commonly shot around Alternative Match, a 9-minute American page directed by David Maddals, is a deeply layered and remarkably sophisticated piece of intelligent comedy. Our heroine is veteran grade school teacher trying to explain to her student that 2 plus 2 is 4. The child, however, believes the answer is 22. So do his parents. How dare this teacher censor their child and restrict his learning? What kind of professional does this? The child's parents are out for blood, and soon our heroine is trapped in a vicious media onslaught, and a school board demanding her resignation. What makes this film so special is that it functions on so many layers. It works calmly due to its wonderfully executed reductio absurdum. But just a little bit deeper, we find an allegory for our modern world carrying a concerning warning. What's happened when beliefs are taken to such a degree that basic knowledge is questioned? What happened to a population when the right to free speech becomes more important than the recognition of fact? There is a frightening undertone in Alternative Match that speaks to a greater and more terrible world lurking in a reality not too far away from our own. Of course, this allegory is one that can give rapid clearly and pointedly in the pop comedy for an audience can grab it with glee, not fear. Perhaps this is one of the best reasons to see Alternative Match, a film with heart, humanity, and humor, as well as deeper philosophical undertone. A family film to be enjoyed by teacher and student alike.
So let's jump to the last review from us. So the last review is the film that's titled The Mother. So The Mother is directed by Black Rider and then written by Black Rider 2 and also cinematography by Black Rider 2. The actor from this film is Crystal Wings as a mother, and then Ning Lu as Lucy, and then David Yu as the father, and then Louis James as a doctor. So don't talk too much. We are going to jump to the synopsis. So Mr. Febry, time is yours.
Okay, synopsis from this film is: the mother tell you about a Chinese family which the daughter Lucy lost spirited from her parents. One day the mother visits Lucy and she said that she will stay in Lucy's house for several days. Every day the mother tried to get attention from Lucy, but because Lucy is so busy, she got ignored by her doctor. Until one day Lucy found out her mother is lying down on floor. Suddenly she called ambulance and her mother brought to hospital. In the end, the doctor diagnosed that her mother has passed away because of the disease. The mother is a wonderful, exciting role in the mother. The gesture attracted quite a bit of attention, and when the mother did, the child's sorrowful manner was such that the audience shared the grief, and the music on the film also fits. Enough.
So that's all from the introduction and then the synopsis, and also the interesting point from the film that's titled The Mother. So the conclusion from this film is this film is worth to win an awards because the way Black Rider to direct it, and then the way he write the story, and then the way she choose the actor, and then the way the actor bring the character is very well and work really good. So for me as a viewer, I will say this film is worth to watch. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.